asking something about the GDP data, catalyzed direction
Yes,
for
yes,
US
yes. I can answer on that. I don't think that nothing that can happen tomorrow related to the GDP, gross domestic product, month over month. That information cannot switch the minds of the institutional traders, except if we see some substantial GDP, which is more than 0.4, 0.5 or something, but there is a very small chance for that. Usually that kind of the 0.3, 4 or 5 or greater large moves can shift a little bit market for a few hours, maybe one day. But usually GDP doesn't make volatility in the market, neither push so strong. We have situation that majority of the big traders are already in positions buying British pound dollar, and this is something that I do not expect that can change the market.
What's going on, guys?
Especially that we have expectation for tomorrow to have I think minus 0.1%, which is
even a quarter.
Really a slowdown of the economy. And even then, British pound dollar is stronger than US dollar right now in the last few months. So as you can see, I don't think that tomorrow GDP report can move the market in any special direction.
On this accounts.
Okay, awesome.
Want to stick with our wins.
Do we have any news coming out Friday at all? I don't know where my
We'll see what price action is like. Kind of jumped in on a middle bounce. Took a hit.
So nothing special to have.
Yeah, it's just the PPI numbers tomorrow, and then we're already on Friday the 13th this week.
Looks like it's having trouble here.
University of Michigan's consumer sentiment. I don't know. You're wrong. But again, I'm looking at through the lens of indices, where you guys look through the lens of the forex. So yeah, so we got PPI numbers to look up for.
We're just kind of stringing along. I'm going to take
and
it
order filled.
Order filled.
Trump actually this is not the tweet that they sent a bit earlier, but I was actually reading it a little bit earlier. Apparently they did come to some sort of an agreement. Whatever that was, I've got no idea. So apparently talks went well. But again, with the I think with dealing with very highly volatile personalities, things can change very quickly on a whim as well. They go into a weekend thinking everything is sunshine and roses, and then by opening on Monday, could be a completely different story. Someone tweeted something, or it's very, very difficult to, in my opinion, especially if you're trading indices, to try to hold positions over the weekend. Not that I ever do that, but there are some traders that do swing trade and hold for long periods of times. But for me, it's just this is not the market conditions to take that risk. For me personally, right, you might be trading completely different than I do, but you've probably seen it over and over again. It's like Trump tweets something over the weekend, or Musk tweets something, and before you know it, lots of volatility. As soon as the market's open, you get these gaps up or lower. Completely ruin your account, from my point of view. I don't know what you feel about that, Igor.
I like swing trading, but I realize that I like to apply intraday trading every single day when I see the setup, because this swing trading, the most frustrating thing is, you create one trade, you create one losing trade, and you see that 30 days passed. And this is the sometimes can be
Yeah.
frustrating. You realize that you trade 30 days, analyze, make trades, and in the end you're break even. And when I trade intraday, I concentrate, and there is one good thing when people trade intraday, that on the end of the day, usually you'll be on the top or on the bottom, and you can close your trade without any problem, and there's no some special risk. You know, the only problem where the swing trading is better is that sometimes you don't need to bother with the choppy market. But
Yeah, that's true.
what to say? What to say?
Yeah, I mean, just looking here at, I'm wondering if we're still going to continue lower, especially into the afternoon session. Maybe get a bullish move to the upside here. I mean, the fact that price retraced this entire move to the upside after the CPI numbers, it does look like we could potentially get lower prices. And I don't say that this is now bearish and price is going to go to hell and decline, you know, much further from where it is. I'm just thinking, you know, what could be happening during the remaining of the sessions. And I think we could potentially do this.
Yes.
And enter into the afternoon session and then get a move back up, right? So still bullish, like I talked about the NASDAQ potentially at least breaking the 22,000 and being so close to all-time highs. You know, I'm still bullish. That's a bigger picture.
Yes.
You know, alternatively, price trades around the previous day's high, which is sort of in line, very close to the 22,000 level. We can see a strong move up, maybe a retest of that level, reclaiming it basically, find support. Then that might be a setup for the rest of the day. But my first sort of idea here is, you know, CPI data, market really liked it initially, but we traced all of that move to the downside again. One move up here from now, but I just don't have a trade. I was actually thinking potentially, you know, if we can get into that big fair value gap that's obviously now been broken, not we get, price gets into it. You know, that might present a buying opportunity, but look at how wide that fair value gap is. You know, we're looking here at 20, 40, 60, 80, almost a 100 point move there. It's pretty massive.
Order filled.
So
order filled.
Yeah, not 100 points, 100 pips. So that's pretty insane. I'm cautious here. I'm thinking there might not be much happening for the remaining of the morning session. I think we'll probably see most of the movement occur during the afternoon session. I mean, there's been a lot of movement, but more like trending type conditions. Alternatively, just more sideways movement until the PPI numbers come out tomorrow, and then maybe strong training conditions into Friday's close.
Take it to the top.
So for me now, I'm just sitting on my hands here. There's not much to do. So let's see. You have anything to show, talk about there, Igor?
Of course, Richard. So I have a chart of the British pound dollar first, just to see where we're standing right now. And can I share my screen?
Come on, trade.
Yeah, it's on now.
Excellent. Okay, so it was an insane movements right now. So first, as you know, we went to the 1.355, then we have a pullback. I entered into trade when I was think that this is the good moment to go somewhere, and the pullback is finished, but pullback going to the 1.35 level, believe or not, the 1.35 level. And now we are pushing higher again, and we are already at 1.3530. So just to make recapitulations, on every half hour we went 50 pips up down.
Yeah.
So this is the really insane British pound dollar, because
Yeah, I mean, look,
last
the
5
US
days
dollar is a
for
bit
British
more
pound
volatile
dollar,
than euro US dollar,
yeah,
right?
That is.
yes, but this kind of movements a little bit insane, especially to create pullback 100% and then continue again bullish. This is the really
Look at this.
crazy.
Look at this. This is gonna go and hit.
And the thing that a little bit surprised me, but in the end everything is all right, is dollar.
Today.
This was
Man, look at this.
was the moment when we went Fibonacci retracement, and then in this moment we start to go up, and I was sure that you know we are going below 1.35 level for the British pound dollar, and then right we are going down, and that is really good. But I'm a little surprised of this kind of volatility, because this is not common. This is why we have Fibonacci retracement, not to see 100% up or 100% down.
Probably won't.
So
not in the time frame. If we hit a red day,
we are going well. On the other side, euro dollar, for example.
We're gonna leave this one. This is the whatever account.
0.1495 ability that we can today break this high,
actually,
because we are right now only 20 pips from the high, and the market didn't make the whole turn.
It looks scary.
So we will see. There is a probability that
stop filled
higher, and maybe to achieve the big highs.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, it's his job to keep
Also,
the score on. That's why he chooses
the
to
next
procure
level
professional grade
euro
products and next day
is
delivery. So he can rise to every
0.75,
challenge.
something like that.
Call, click, or just
So
stop by.
100
Great.
pips from now.
Who get it done.
Somewhere in here, so we'll say here.
So
Will it do that?
This-
I don't know. I'm tired.
this can be the next
Although we would probably be into profit
target.
now.
Of course, I think that we will not reach today,
but
but-
it's okay.
but maybe to the end of this week, maybe we can reach if we have a continuation utility to repeat itself. But it will be good to make some continuation of the bullish trend with a less choppy price, because now when we have a bias, we have everything. I think that this kind of the choppy price should be deleted in the market. Now I will go just to the futures market. This is the British pound.
Which it looks like it's gonna do, and we would be in a positive.
This is British pound,
and we could probably
the
end for the
dollar
day.
futures. I will just
I don't know that we would end for the day, but you
just
know
to
what
check the value to
I mean. Alright, that's looking good for a
I
second.
would choose delta flow indicator.
Where's this little bounce? Bit
And-
of a bounce.
And we will see right now what I put little bit higher distance, just because
Not sure what's happening right here.
we also
To make it
Like-
high.
too long. We are
We go down into making new lows.
distance wise.
Yeah, we're probably looking at a
Pause.
retest of the middle.
However, I think
Yep, here
if
goes boom.
we break this level, there is the one that this kind of the low volume profile can, I think in this case, maybe push the price higher
it did not
higher.
go down the retestament. Looked like it was going to.
Now,
They probably took anybody that
after
cut a gain
that,
right here.
I think the price, because I cannot not know that for sure. If we see that price are not struggle, just push up, then we can reach the 1.362 level. What is my most probable scenario here? In my opinion, I think that 1.356 can be some kind of the level which can in some way create that price a little bit, maybe stand there, and maybe tomorrow while we have a PPA, we can have continuation and reach this high of 1.362, because I think that today maybe is not the perfect day to have, you know, almost 200 pips average true range or something like that. I think that today we got 1.346, and at 1.356 it will be 100 pips push. So 100 pips push, I think that it's enough for the British pound dollar for today and for euro dollar too. And that's, I think that if we reach the high of the US Open, actually of the news, that price will struggle and be in that area for the little bit longer time. And what I would like to see, if we reach 1.356 area, I will just show that on the chart. So if we reach, like to see, for example, again, some kind of the pullback to the levels that we had just a few moments before. So I hope that this 1.35 area can be a very interesting pullback zone, and that we can pull back here several times and then reach new highs. So I think that the best opportunities in next 24 hours, if someone miss the good level to enter, is that 1.35 area. And as you can see, even a few minutes ago, we go to 50-minute chart. So look this. In the moment when we reached that area, there was a huge push, and we got this push higher that we have right now, which can be very, very interesting.
All right.
And what I'm looking to do right now is just after the news, and we had really huge pullback. Actually, this pullback went to the today's low, which is really huge. And right now we are pushing up. So gold possibly have very good risk reward ratio. So maybe we get 1.3333 area where we are almost now. Stop loss to be daily low and target to be daily high. So I think that this risk reward ratio is really huge. And if you check the chart right now, we really the news, and now we made a huge pullback. So there is a room for a bigger move right now. And I will go to the 4-hour chart. Look this. We can reach this without any problem. I think maybe 1 or 2 hours for most, and then maybe we can reach the last 7 days high, which is 3,400, which is very nice round number. So this week, buying gold can be interesting, maybe opportunity, if we have this continuation of this trend that we have right now. But I'm seeing that we have really good push. I mean, just go to the 1-minute chart. Okay, on 1-minute chart, it's not so strong, but the good 60, and now we are, yes, this is the really good realistic risk reward ratio. So I think this can be a very interesting idea. Related to the Bitcoin, Bitcoin already I think high. We are very close to the ultimate high, which can be the next target. And right now, in this moment, we retest a very important price level, because this price level on resistance was resistance yesterday and today 2 times. So this resistance level that we are right now, this moment, if we see the hourly close above this level that we are right now, that can be nice entry, maybe to go and try to reach a previous high that we had on May 2022, on May 22. So and Bitcoin right now has a good push and good levels. Only the problem is the risk reward ratio. So maybe risk reward ratio can be, for example, the low that we had yesterday. So yesterday low can be a stop loss, and target can be the ultimate high from the last month. So this can be interesting swing trade. But first, I would like to see that we break this level that we are right now, because we are struggling right now. It's a really strong resistance, and 2 times, 3 times we rejected this price level. And when we
choose to lean into it, every Mazda is engineered to give you effortless control.
We just put the horizontal line just to show you. So this push can be interesting for traders, for sure.
Yeah.
And this is the things that I'm watching right now.
Okay.
And one thing that I'm a leading indicator, and that push the markets on the new highs. So can you remember this trade that you have? Is that the long trade?
Which one? I didn't take one today yet.
For NASDAQ that you have yet. Okay. But do you wait for the long or not?
No, I want to see clear sort of takeout of important levels, whether that's like the London session lows or highs, or want to take out the previous, because you see on the New York session, I've got a morning sort of session that I split into 3. A lot of times, if price then takes out those lows or highs, depending what direction you're trading, then that could present an opportunity. So I'm not just into this. Again, my focus is more day trading. So it is looking bullish to those levels that I've discussed, all-time highs. But intraday at the moment, and this happened a little bit yesterday, where the morning session wasn't really favorable. It's like it was just sideways, chop. And then remember, I took a little small trade, actually to the upside, and price just came down again, and I got out for a very small profit there. But very choppy. I'm still thinking that after the CPI numbers, initial reaction to the upside, strong reaction back downwards, which pretty much wiped out all those gains, and now price is pushing back up again. So very similar price action that we've had during yesterday's AM session. So we might actually start seeing the breakout, I think, to the upside, or probably a bit more favorable trending conditions during the afternoon session, if that makes sense. So I'm not in a trade right now. I can share my chart again if you're done there.
Wow. It's just going. We would have took profit on that other one.
Excellent. So,
Well.
what I want to
Close out
fix can create a
or
good
maybe we
zone
can,
for trading.
wait to see if
So,
there is a
actually,
pullback.
watching the futures market, you can see how our low at 1.345 almost had this beautiful long wick here, which was a rejection of the price level, and then the price went up. So look how this zone can, which is like I said at 1.3560 to 1.3580 area, and that there I think that price can stop,
hopefully
consolidate a little bit, and maybe tomorrow we can see
we need to find these people
continuation to the next targets. So this is something that I think can be very, very interesting here, and I think that this next area at 1.36, if we break tomorrow morning the today's high, whatever that high is being, tomorrow we will really crush and reach the highs. So it's it's very important tomorrow to have a.
Are you holding for a swing trade on a pound
Yes,
US dollar trade, Igor? Or is it more like an intraday type trade?
My trade right now is in very good position. I have a positive number of pips, but it's depending how market is what market is doing, and that is crucial. And sometimes I need just to spot that. If I see slow burning push without any ready to push that to hold that trade several days. But if I see, I go to the 60 level, then I go to the 40 level, then I go to the 55, then go, again to 40, and that kind of the moves, I will wait the end of the session. This choppy market, I don't feel comfortable when I trade that. It's really too it's not volatile, but it's too choppy, and sometimes I can miss the trend. I can miss the trend. I can miss a good stop loss price level or something, and it's hard to add the new trades. It's really not good for trading.
So do you actually add to new trades? You go add to your positions.
Right now, we can check again. For example, British pound dollar. I can, do I add more to my positions?
Yeah.
Did you ask that? Yes, of course. I think that this is the most important part of the profitability in some moment, because I will just show you the way how I can do that. I just wanted to check first the choppiness index for the British pound dollar, and then I will just show that really good question, and I think that a lot of traders maybe be interesting for them. So this kind of index is not choppy based on the choppiness index, but because we already have a push from the 1.347 to this big push, and that looks like a market, like a bullish clear market. But if someone trade on 15-minute chart, I will just go there just to see that how that looks like. Yes, we can see that in some moment we have very choppy moments. Yes, this is about choppy market. And now related to how I add on positions. So I will go maybe to the 5-minute chart. it's maybe good for that. I can go maybe in 1 minute chart just to show the moving average indicator. You can put any. It's not number about the number. Just to feel the market in a better way.
Okay, let's see.
I will put the simple moving average.
Expect here.
Okay.
Are we gonna see some more up?
Like this. So we could enter after the UK Open, and UK Open was really good. As you can see, this move here at 9:15. It's 50 minutes after UK Open. In these 15 minutes, we show that we are ready for the bullish trend. And look this, we made this push, and I had one trade in that
order filled.
That push
Order filled.
UK Open, and we have another push.
We're in.
And when you see that pattern is very simple. Strong push, then you have a reversal, but weak reversal. Strong push, weak reversal. Strong push, weak reversal, and so on. So you
can even see divergence on the RSI there about the 9
is to enter
mark.
into.
Did we take a loss there?
You see how price was coming down, lower lows.
Yes, yes.
The RSI was starting to creep up.
Yes, this is good because
I actually was hoping that we were underneath this, but we weren't.
And the good thing is, for example, I can put this as a trend line, and when I see that into the trade, and again, and this is the good thing. But this I can do when I see that price respect some simple moving average and going higher and higher. So look this, the whole European session,
I think that's good.
we were above a simple moving average.
It should be fine.
Even this couple times that we break, it was a small break, but we are keeping, look, we are keeping above that. The only thing that we maybe create some false breakout was maybe 1-2 hours before the news.
Filled.
But
Stop filled.
But it was really nothing. So this is the good thing to enter into trade and to trade. But as you know, you cannot be so pushy in that moment. Maybe 1, 2, 3 times the market will give you opportunity for that, because later you need to have a choppy price and sideways moves, and then all that trades that you entered.
You know what? I actually
it's
like
smart to put the break even, and usually you will be, just deleted, because your breakout will be hit very, very easily and very, very soon. So this is something that we can always expect.
Nice.
So just to say is that yes, please.
So would you be adding onto your positions, let's say at a pullback towards the SMA, for example, and let's say you get a rejection?
Do you have some question, Richard?
Yeah. It's basically Andre and Robert.
I didn't hear where, Richard.
There
was interruption.
No worries. Andre saying that he's too tired.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Robert. He just wants to go back to bed instead of going to work. Robert, I understand how that feels. I think that is a very, very typical thing for people, especially if you have to go to work. I don't think it's that a bad thing if it's a weekend, but I feel for you, buddy.
Yes.
And then Andre already asked some questions, and he's also having a conversation with Robert. Nice to have you guys on board again. Guys, we still have, about 8 minutes left in the session. Maybe, if you have any charts that we can look at for you guys.
Do you have some setup or question?
Yeah, so Igor already looked at the pound US dollar and the UK GDP question. Yeah, so I think we caught up there on the chat. And as I mentioned, guys, we've still got a few minutes left. Maybe I'll quickly go over the correlation thing I talked about yesterday, just to show you the type of inverse correlation that typically leads to reversals on highly correlated markets. I believe that this happens, can be used on a euro, US dollar, pound, US dollar pairs as well, since they are pretty much correlated in direction. This is something I haven't tested yet, but I want to basically have you focus your mind here on this session yesterday, where I pretty much got a little bit caught up here in this mess. Although price did eventually move up, it didn't move up much higher. So this is probably what is happening potentially today. You know, strong move up, sort of sideways, sideways, sideways. Maybe we get that run or flush of the morning session lows. Maybe.
I kind of want to take that trade more
exactly,
back to
but
that
it
side.
could potentially happen, and then get the bigger moves during the PM session. But prior to this strong decline that we've seen here, you'll remember that I'm using this on. I'm going to use this on a 1 minute time frame, so very small time
just
frame.
Take the red day, guys.
But the what's its name inverse correlation that occurs is so subtle that you'll have to use a smaller time frame to do this. In my opinion, just coming back to this area of yesterday prior to this strong decline downwards,
3x and 4x.
you can see that price during the third session that I've got, which is a 90-minute window prior to the PM session, again the New York PM session, price attempted here on the NASDAQ to break this previous high. It didn't, and then after the sideways flux gave us a very strong decline lower. Now, if I were to compare the price action of what occurred actually on the SPX, there was clear inverse correlation here. So this pink line that we're seeing there, you can see, just look left here, for example. Look at how closely correlated this price action is, right? Up until this phase where the New York, during the 9:53 candle, just prior to the 10 a.m. mark on the NASDAQ, price pushed higher, so did the ES, right? But the ES continued higher, whereas the NASDAQ started running sideways and actually moved lower, right? Inverse correlation for a very highly correlated market, especially at areas that have been broken or tested before, and it typically leads to smart money positioning, where they want to take the market in the opposite direction, or you're going to get a breakout, whatever the case might be. Since this happened at sort of highs, it did lead to a decline. Will it always do that? No. So it's very important that you want to see this occur at areas that you're interested in trading at. You know, so we had a very strong decline that followed afterwards. I believe there is actually indicators that can try spot this, but I've tried to look at that so it's visually more easier for you guys to see. But you have to have look back periods that you have to manipulate all the time to try and figure out, you know, is there some, as they call, smart management techniques, in this case, inverse correlation on a highly correlated market for a very small period of time. And I just couldn't find that. So I think me being a very visual trader, just using the compare function here in TradingView, it's pretty evident that there was some sort of, and this could also looks like accumulation or distribution, at least in a very small time window prior to a flush to one side. Probably getting rid of all of these guys, you know, that were trying to go long, and then boom, you have a strong move to the upside. This decline that we've seen here only lasted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. So in my opinion, clear market manipulation that occurred there. I actually wanted to look at some other levels as well. that occurred. I think this was Tuesday. Again, you have to use smaller time frames for this, in my opinion. Because there's a little bit of a disconnect for very few minutes between the NASDAQ. Obviously, and the ES are different markets, you know. But when the one behaves different than the other, where, for example, here's that decline that we've seen on Monday, where price basically flushed these lows that occurred during the morning session, went downwards, and it's not easy to see here, but on the NASDAQ, where's my drawing tool? Lower lows, lower highs, right? Move upwards. What happened here on the ES,
Interesting.
is that it created a higher low around about the same time where the NASDAQ made a lower low.
Do we have a US?
So just an additional indication that we might see a reversal. Again, these can happen during a strong trending move. That's definitely a possibility, but it's important that you try and spot them if you want to use techniques.
Anyways, we do got to go.
Smart management
Unfortunately,
techniques, or
I mean, we'll probably take some trades maybe during the day.
whatever
I
they
don't know.
call it. I think they call them
Kinda busy at work.
concepts, smart money concepts.
Yes, sir. Oh, so tired. All right, all the loves. We gotta go. Have fun. I don't know if we're streaming gaming tonight. I don't think. Let's go. We have softball tonight, so it is what it is. All the loves. Red day it is, and then we minimized red day today. I'm pretty stoked on that. So we did well. We did well. All right, we are.